Allah is my witness. I love every one of you here. Let me tell you why. I believe that some of you sitting here right now are the best of Muslims. Better than me. Wallahi. I think you sitting there, many of you are better than me. You have more taqwa than me. You have more knowledge of Quran than me, more Arabic than me, more history than me, more eloquent than me. Wallahi, I believe most of you better than me, much better than me. But even so, there's some of you just barely holding on to your deen. I know that. Some of you are hanging on the threads to your Islam. Some of you even selling drugs. Some of you take drugs. Some of you commit fornication. Some of you had an abortion this last week. I know that. Some of you are blessed, never had poison your body with alcohol or some of the things that non-Muslims do. I was there. I was in the Dunya, and some of you now thinking to run back to go and run to the Dunya. And many Americans running from the Dunya, running to Islam. Now some Muslims now run to the Dunya as we run to Islam. Allah is the friend of those who believe. He takes them out of the darkness and He guides them into the light. But Shaitan takes you from the light and take you to the darkness. So one day you can be this close to Jannah, and then you begin to do the work of the people of the hellfire, and then you die in that position. Be humble. Why? Because you never know that moment comes when you least expect it. And that's where death usually comes. Every soul shall taste of death. Angel death come to you right then. Oh!
وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور.
And that's why we find, unfortunately, that on a long journey, everybody will discuss every single aspect of their life. They will discuss that. But when it comes to the topic, you say to them, do you know we're going to die one day? That person will say, stop there. Don't carry on this discussion anymore. That is enough. Even though this is the greatest reality that will hit insan, but he refuses to discuss this topic, feeling shy about this topic, or not recognizing the truth about this topic, that he has to return back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all of this is known as umur al-ghaybiyat, the unseen affairs. Whatever will happen to an insan in the barzakh, in the interspace, or inside the grave, or towards the akhirah, is all unknown. Only belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we want to discuss ourselves, not these people, because many of us don't seem to comprehend the understanding of al-maut, because we are suffering from at the moment al-wahan, hubbu dunya wa karahatul maut, a love of this world and a hatred for death. Look through the whole of the Muslim empire. That's all that you find at the moment. This is all hubbu dunya, a love for the dunya and a hatred for death, as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam stated. And that's how we find the mention of death. Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. Every single soul should taste death. Likewise we find وَمَا تَدْرِي نَفْسٌ مَاذَا تَكْسِبُ غَدًا. No soul will know what it will earn tomorrow. وَمَا تَدْرِ نَفْسٌ بِأَيِّ أَرْضٍ تَمُوتُ. And no soul knows where it will die. This is a promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the unseen. No soul knows what it will earn tomorrow, and no soul knows where it will be taken, lifted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Likewise they find كُلُّ مَنْ عَلَيْهَا فَانٍ وَيَبْقَى وَجْهُ رَبِّكَ ذُو الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ. Every single thing on this land will perish, will come to an end. وَيَبْقَى وَجْهُ رَبِّكَ ذُو الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ, except for the noble, glorious face of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And likewise they find أَلْهَاكُمُ التَّكَاثُرُ حَتَّى زُرْتُمُ الْمَقَابِرِ. The rivalry of this dunya takes you away, حَتَّى زُرْتُمُ الْمَقَابِرِ, until you visit the graves. This is a form of kinaya, a form of speech in the Arabic language, until you return back to the graves, meaning until death comes upon you. وَاعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ. Worship your Lord until death comes upon you. That is the meaning of yaqeen in this verse towards the end of Surah Al-Hijr. Continuously worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until you are lifted up by Him.
So I know some of you are weak, but you got a little piece of Iman. And I want to be the kind of brother that if I see you in the mud, I'm not going to laugh at you. I'm going to put my hand in the mud and try to bring you up. Come on, brother. Come on, man. Get out of the mud. Leave this mud. Get out of it and come back to the masjid. Come back, sister. Come back to the masjid. Put on your holy garments and come back to the masjid. So I know you made mistakes. I know it. You're making mistakes tonight. Even some of you plan to do something tonight. Change your niyyah. Make tawbah to Allah. Ask Allah to forgive you. And then stop what you're doing tonight. Let tonight be the last night. Stop it tonight. Stop now. So brothers and sisters, I leave you making dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive us all of our sins. Have mercy upon us. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you sisters, continue in your great righteousness, and you brothers, and make you examples for the people of this society so that they will see Islam as the way because of the good practice of the Muslims.
وصدته الأماني أن يتوبا. أنا العبد الذي أضحى حزينا على زلاته قلقا كئيبا. أنا العبد المفرد